Making your own fabulous bowl of Vietnamese pho is not hard. All you need is a straightforward recipe, a few secrets, and a nice stock pot with bones. We would like to use beef knuckles and leg bones for this. Add them to a big stock pot and cover with cold water. Place them with high heat and bring to a boil. You want to boil for 5 minutes. You will notice almost come will rise to the top. Then drain the entire stock pot and rinse the bones. You want to rinse the stock pot too. Place the bones back into the pot and set aside for later. Grab 2 medium onions and quarter them. You can leave the skins on. Then grab 4-inch piece of ginger and cut it in half lengthwise. Arrange everything on the baking sheet. Turn your oven boiler to high. Then slide under and boil for 10 to 15 minutes, turning occasionally or until the onions and ginger have charred. For spices, add 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon of fennel, about 6 cloves, 6 star anise, 2 cinnamon sticks, and 1 black cardamom powder to a pan. Put on low heat and toast for just about 5 minutes until fragrant. The spices to some cheesecloth and tie with some butter twine. Let's set aside. Next, you will need to measure out a quarter cup of fish sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of salt, and you also need a 1-inch piece of yellow rock candy. Now that we have everything ready, we can start the broth. Add 6 cups of cold water to the bones from earlier. Bring to a boil. Then if anything of that comes to the top, you should use a spoon or fine mesh strainer to remove it. Just reduce to a gentle simmer and add your fish sauce, the salt, the sachets of spices, rock candy, the ginger, and onions from earlier. Now just cook the broth at a gentle simmer for about 3 hours. Once the broth is done, you want to strain it. Remove any bones, onions, and ginger from the pot. Then pour the broth through a fine mesh strainer into a clean bowl. You will notice quite a bit of fat will rise to the top of the broth. In order to remove it, you should use a fine mesh strainer or spoon. We prefer this because you can get rid of the most fat. It solidifies on the top and is easily removed for you. Now we can make a bowl first. Bring the broth to your simmer, grab some bowls. Then add very thinly sliced raw beef to the bowls. Bring a boil of water to a boil, then cook your noodles. Add the cooked noodles to your bowls and cover with hot broth. Serve your soup with fresh herbs, bean sprouts, lamb wedges, thinly sliced onions, sauce, or anything else that you love. Hope you enjoy!
Pho may just seem like a basic soup, but its ingredients may offer various benefits. Firstly, many of the ingredients in pho offer potential health benefits, such as boiled broth may promote joint health. Ginger helps reduce inflammation. Herbs and vegetables are highly nutritious. Secondly, most variations of pho include either beef, pork, chicken, or tofu. A 475 milliliters serving packs about 30 grams of protein, making it an excellent source of this filling nutrient. Thirdly, many spices and herbs, including cilantro and basil in pho, are highly polyphenols. These compounds have been linked to a reduced risk of chronic conditions like heart disease and cancer. And lastly, rice noodles are typically used in pho. The dish is often gluten-free. While a gluten-free diet is not necessarily healthier, pho can be a good option if you avoid gluten.
This is the video about the garlic bread. To cook it, we need a half cup softened butter, 4 cloves garlic, 2 tablespoons chopped coriander, a half teaspoon black pepper, and 2 mini baguettes. First, we need to use a ricer, mince the garlic cloves into the softened butter. Finely chop 2 tablespoons of coriander and add it into butter as well. Add black pepper to mix and use a rubber spatula. Incorporate all these ingredients into the butter and make sure to mix them well. The butter is now ready. Slice the bread diagonally so you get the bigger slices. Use a butter knife generously. Apply the garlic butter on one side of each slice. Then place them in a baking tray and bake the bread at 200°C or 400°F for 8 to 10 minutes in a preheated oven. Alternatively, you can toast the bread in a frying pan as toast. For this, you have to apply the butter on both sides of the bread. Heat the pan on medium-low and toast the bread on each side for 1 to 2 minutes. Your crunchy and flavorful garlic bread is ready, with or without an oven.
The benefit of garlic bread will change according to the bread used. If whole wheat brown bread is used to make garlic bread, then it will be loaded with fiber and other nutrients. Moreover, garlic is known to stimulate the immune system, help regulate blood sugar levels, and help prevent heart disease.
Hi everyone, my name is Vân Anh and today I will show you how to cook salted or savory sticky rice. To make this dish, we need the following ingredients: dry shrimp, vegetable oil, butternut or sticky rice, sauce, water, Chinese sausages, eggs, green onions, and fried garlic. We also need cooked chicken. We start with the dry shrimp. Let's boil it into a bowl of warm water. Give it a quick stir and then let it soak for 15 minutes. After it's done soaking and the shrimp rehydrated, we can rinse it with cold water. Let's toast the shrimp in the colander a couple times to remove any excess water. Next, we heat a skillet over medium-high heat and then add a little bit of vegetable oil. We add the shrimp and then pan fry to 3 to 4 minutes until they are lightly toasted. You can set it aside for now. In the same skillet over medium heat, add the Chinese sausages. Now add the water. We cook the sausages in the water bath for about 10 minutes, rotating often. If the water is evaporating before the cooking time is up, add more water. These sausages are typically raw and so we want to cook them completely. If we're looking to save, sometimes the shortcut here is to buy sausages that are fully cooked. After all the water has evaporated, we cook the sausages for another minute or so to brown them up. Crack the egg into a measuring cup and then to that, add 1 tablespoon of water. Let's heat the skillet over medium heat and then add some oil. Now we quickly beat the egg for about 15 seconds. Pour the mixed egg into the hot skillet and then swirl the pan so it is evenly distributed. We cook the egg for about 2 minutes until it's no longer running. Now we just fold it in half and let it cook for another 30 seconds. With most of the ingredients prepped, we can now start on the rice. We rinse the sticky rice with cold water several times until the water is clear. Let's drain the rice well and then put it into the rice cooker. Add just a little bit of sauce and water equal to the amount of rice we use. With the spoon, smooth out the rice so we have even layer. We set it to cook and then start on the next step. For the cooked chicken, we can serve by hand or cut into thin slices. Looking for another shortcut, these fully cooked chicken are a wait time saver, and then all we need to do is cut or shred the meat. Next, we cut the sausages at a slight angle into thin strips. Lastly, we cut the egg into thin strips. The rice should be done cooking by now, and we can mix it up with our chopstick. Now everything goes into the rice cooker. The shrimp, the sausages, the egg in a second. Let's mix everything together, combining the rice with all of the ingredients. Close the lid and then let it cook for another 10 minutes. During this time, we can make a shortcut scallion oil. Simply chop the green onion, dip with vegetable oil, and then let's microwave on high for 20 seconds. To serve, scoop out a generous amount of the savory sticky rice, add some scallion oil, and then we top with a fried garlic. And it's done. Hope you will enjoy it.
Also called glutinous rice, it is evident that sticky rice is very high in starch. It is excess release of starch during steaming that sticky rice gets that glue-like texture to them. Sticky rice health benefits include increased bone density, decreased inflammation, and improved heart health.